Hey guys, welcome to Sketchaday. I'm Spencer and I'm an industrial designer. I love drawing, and the following is a segment from my live show. I go live 3 or more times a week now. If this is your first time, I want you to hit subscribe. That's the little red button. Turn on alerts and come say hi on the socials. I'm at sketchaday.com on Instagram, and you can also find me on Twitter at Daily Sketches. And I'm pretty easy to find on Facebook. Just search for Sketchaday. And I appreciate your contributions, donations, and all that good stuff. If you want information about that, it's all below in the video description. Or better yet, you can check out my store at sketchaday.com. And there I have Procreate brushes, stickers, and all sorts of goodies for you. So you can also check that out. Well, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy. So for an interior, what I can do, and if you're doing this as a presentation sketch, you could even, flip your sketch underneath. So now you have two, but I'll just do it in the same view. And what I can do here now, and let's get, these doors off. So what I'm going to do is now just draw the perimeter of this opening. Cheat a little bit again. Looks like the Instagram ended, but I did warn them. Yeah, so this one I'll keep just as a gray marker sketch. Maybe make some corrections. Like I said, the wheels are kind of squished under this body, so I'm just going to drop those down a little bit. And in this case, I'm just going to do an overall value shade, meaning I'm not worried so much about this exterior as I am about showing what's inside the RV. I didn't quite show how the door opened here, but that's all right. So now on the inside, I can start to kind of sketch, and we'll just do maybe a line like this, and then over like so. Okay. Just like that, and let's get our solar panel area here. Now, if this were Photoshop, or if you wanted to do the cutaway digitally, you could just take a picture of your initial sketch and then do what I'm doing here, but actually just erase what you don't need. Actually, that's going to be right there. So yeah, you could just erase what you don't need, and then it's a lot faster. But this is pretty quick too. And I'll show you what I mean by just gray marker shade on this inside portion. All right, so let's remove our sketch. And now we kind of have at least a structural look. And I do want to capture a few more things. I forgot to kind of draw in the front here, because it looks a little bit weird if I don't have that little cutout. Not tracing, redrawing. Okay. Make sure it has that life and energy from the original sketch. At least that's my intent when I do this. But yeah, I'm like way too hungry. I don't think I'm gonna make the other sketches today, but I'll commit to coming back tomorrow if you guys are around. Doesn't matter who shows up, I'm gonna sketch. So do I ever use Posca? I've been trying to find some. Amazon has them. They're super expensive. I've checked my local art store, but they were like, and I say local, it's really just Blick. But it was during the whole COVID thing, and they weren't really open. So not yet, but I'd be happy to. The other thing I'm going to be working on today, I guess quote unquote job wise, is I didn't realize there's no information on my pens on my website. So I will be working to fix that today. So got my camera here, maybe taking some pictures of all the stuff I use and sharing that with you. All right, so now I'm going to just increase the line weight on the perimeter because I want to kind of make the focus this area on the inside. So sometimes with these cutaway views, just having this like bolder line on the inside here, and you can see already just attracting some attention. Amazon is going to be the best I have found. Okay, so price-wise or like the speed or what? Because they are expensive. I'll try and get some, report back, all that good stuff. Okay, so there's my cutaway section. And so now to kind of help me here, I can do a couple of things, right? I want to show you a trick if you like to work on paper like I do. You can essentially create layers, or a layer. I'll just do one. Just using some tracing paper here. And so I can just kind of play with the design without committing to modifying the inside right away. So I know, for example, in the front we have, you know, maybe some sort of console and captain's chair. All right, so maybe there's a seat. Okay, and then we can keep that fairly tight. Maybe throw another seat over here. All right, so that's the first thing. Just get that boundary in place. And I think on our original kind of spec here, we decided we wanted, you know, places to sleep, eat, have food prep, work, and hygiene. So what if on this RV there was a way to like extend the bed out? I'm running out of paper there, so I'll just have to finish that later. But what if there's a way to kind of, you know, extend this out and we can show maybe some rails on the ground? I don't know. Just thinking out loud here. And now we have some additional space. And in addition to that, we could have some sort of canopy that comes out. I'll just label this canopy because I'm going to have to move the paper. In fact, let's just go ahead and do another one. Just because I know it's going to be problematic. Did I see Burke's RGB Copic? Yeah, I actually messaged him personally. And Burke was one of the people I called out in my article, actually, initially. But he was cool about everything. Anyhow, I did see that, and I messaged him. I said, yeah, that's pretty cool. Because, yeah, I know the color mixing isn't accurate, but if you guys don't know what we're talking about, maybe Matt can drop a link in the chat. But it was like a big concept Copic marker where you have these sliders on it. And imagine if you could mix the color on the marker and then, you know, have whatever you want. But yeah, it should be CMYK for sure. Okay, so I'm just doubling up this paper now. Let's make some corrections. We're going to draw this 3 times-ish, but this will be fast. Because not every sketch has to be, especially in a presentation, not every sketch has to be completely colored, rendered, finished, all of that stuff. Okay. So just get some stuff in place here, and then like I said, maybe there's some sort of canopy that could come out, and maybe there's a pole that attaches to it. I guess it would have to be 2, so we'll just do this as one piece. This sort of fabric. All right, something like that. We have the other pole, but I could always do a cutoff and not show this portion, but maybe when this slides out and we also have some panels that slide out or something, you could have some additional space. Like I said, maybe there's like a prep space here. Now, I did sketch this initially to be above and below horizon line. So horizon line somewhere in here. I did cheat on the original sketch, so I'm going to cheat again. Maybe you guys saw it, maybe you didn't. And maybe we just have a little kind of kitchenette storage thing. Here, a little sink of some sort. There's our roof. And as far as sleeping goes, I mean, that's where it gets a little bit tricky. This thing's a little bit tight right now. So maybe I'll move this back. Maybe say this is the very, very small sink prep area. And then when you do pull it out, maybe that's where you kind of have some bed situation. Could be a bunk bed type thing. So when in doubt, rough it out, right? Just get the idea out. Yeah, because on the front here, this is bugging me now. This should actually be turned down just a little bit like that. But I will cheat. So yeah, maybe our two beds are back here. And like I said, there was some water storage stuff. So maybe there's a way to connect, you know, some sort of hose if you needed water to these two modules on the side. And hygiene. A pod shower of some sort would be cool. You can just hint at it in the back here, and we'll add text. You know, maybe this is some sort of pod shower. Okay, it's just a little tube of a shower. Price-wise, gonna have to look at different sellers. 31 for a set of 15. That's not too bad. It's not too bad. Success is Friday night. JST. What's JST? Watching your live is like a good way to end the day. Thank you. It's like a good way to start the day for me. So super interesting there. Yeah, so maybe we have just like a little bunk bed thing, and then it'd be cool to have a hammock on this rig, but let's just start with this and see where we end up. So now I can take my marker paper, lift it up, and I'm just gonna position this as best I can, right? Something like that. And you can see now I have a guide to help me. Okay, I'm gonna cheat a little bit again so I get my canopy in place. But there's an example of how you can be strategic about your drawing, and even when you're working on paper, and let's say you don't have a tablet, maybe it's too expensive, or you're just not near your computer, that's a way you can work really quickly to get your concept down. All right. Okay. So now I will draw this seat. I do kind of have a generic seat that I use. If you were watching previous live where I kind of did an interior. But we'll just hint at, you know, the shapes. Like I said, here's our pod shower. Let's get my other seat in. At least hint at it, as well as our console. Something like that. But like I said, I'm gonna tweak this just because it's driving me crazy. Because that really should be going down more like that. Okay, so just a little tweak. You can see. Oh, maybe I did get it in the marker sketch. I just messed up on the overlay. Okay, I just messed up on the overlay. So, whew, I was like, man, did I lead these guys astray and show them the wrong thing? I feel so bad. All right, so there's that little portion. Like I said, pod shower. Behind here, we can hint at our little kitchenette thing. And sometimes when you do draw a little bit slower, you kind of get a little style going. So I'm going to keep that up. Add some line weight. And even just adding the line weight here, it's like pulling that detail forward just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to let the lines do the heavy lifting in this sketch for me, and the gray is just going to help it pop even more. What if these beds were cantilevered out somehow? I think that would be cooler. So I'm going to cantilever these beds, and like I said, maybe there's a sliding extension of some sort. I don't know how the bed gets hidden yet. Don't worry about it. Look the other way for now. But yeah, maybe they're on some sort of bracket here, but again, kind of cantilevered out. I think Jordan in the Discord has some sketches like this, and let me see if I can remember the handle. I don't know if they're here, but people were dropping some hot sketches in the Discord, and I was like, holy cow, maybe you should be the one giving the stream. It was Zincy Nixon Fossey, super talented. I was just like, whoa, you should be running the show, man. That actually would be fun to just kind of have a guest sketch along with some of you guys. I'd have to figure out the logistics of how to do it, maybe Zoom, rebroadcast, or whatever. But that would be fun. Let's just hint at a pillow here. Very thin pillow. And now let's get to just this little pillar. Okay, and that's just our fabric canopy to kind of extend. Also cheating a little bit here. But maybe that's just how the living space is extended a little bit on the back. All right, couple more line weights just to separate, things like the hub here, but the main area, of course, inside the vehicle. So what I was talking about earlier, let me pull this. Actually, I did want to show, the water storage. So I'm going to sketch maybe a giant bucket thing here. And sorry, I'm just trying to think of a shape for this. But yeah, maybe you flip this thing out. Right, and it's kind of a spigot. So there might be another one here you could flip out. And that's how you get your water. Something like that. All right, so now that I move that away, you can kind of see, oh, cool, we have a nice cutaway view of the inside, and we have the concept here that we completed as well. Sorry, my my sister is here with me. She's just upstairs. So I was like, don't stream right now if you are, because it actually affects the YouTube here. When my kids are here, I usually tell them, but they're off with mom for the summer, so I'm all alone. That's why I can kind of stream at different times right now. So grateful you could join and hang out and all that good stuff. And thanks again for the donation today. Much appreciated. That was from Rejwan. Contributed through the chat. So yeah, you can donate through the chat, but there's also joining Patreon, which is actually pretty cool because I'll give you my Photoshop or Procreate brushes, whichever one, and you get access to pre-show and all sorts of other goodies. So at least that's my plan. There is a Patreon level as well if you do want a private lesson every month, just one. You can sign up for that level. It's expensive, obviously, but just a way for you to participate in that if you want. It's there. It's listed. All right, so just work on these lines a little bit more. Boom. Okay. Sorry, I was just texting my sister again. All right, so now I'm just going to take one or two gray markers and kind of create some values on the inside here. You could use warm gray. You could use cool gray. I think I'm going to use a warm gray. So everything in the shadows here. So like I'll leave the seat white, for example. And then we can hit the ceiling. All right, so anything that's kind of upward facing, I might leave a little bit white. Something like this. Just enough gray to have this start to pop out a little bit more. And you'll notice that once you start putting the marker on and you start building these values, that the inside of this is starting to come alive now. Okay. Sorry, my phone keeps blowing up with news alerts. I feel like there's something happening in the world right now that I'm missing. Am I missing anything right now? You guys, let me know. Like, I have 23 text messages unread. So, I hope everything's okay out there. Is there an actual war that started? What's happening? What's happening? All right. So once again, you can kind of see with this gray, we can kind of frame and bring things in where they need or where you need that focus rather. And then I'll finish up with a background, just a quick black line background here. As we're wrapping up, if you want to plug your Instagram, website, whatever, you want someone to check it out, feel free. If you want to join the Discord, the link is there. And I like to hang out there, but more importantly, we've got people like Tom and Jordan that are contributing, that Yash, and the username I forgot, which is hard to remember, is Zincy. So lots of good voices, lots of good help. If you want to join in, let's get the conversation going. Let's help each other. Let's have fun. So that is the Sketchaday Discord that you can join. Oh, I did mention I was going to put some text labels on these, so I'll make sure to do that. Lauritz, how long will I stream? I'm just about done, but I'll be back tomorrow. So my plan is to just see how this feels for myself. You know, if I were to do this daily, just trying to get a feel for it. But I always post the segments. I'm a couple shows behind right now, but I do post the segments if you're interested. So just watch out for that and you'll find it. Tomorrow I'll probably do some digital stuff. Sunday I'll do sci-fi. I guess this thing is kind of sci-fi, much like a lot of things I do, but I have not been to Serbia, Luca. Serbia, my apologies. I have not been to Serbia, but I have been to Europe, specifically Germany. Got to train some designers at Adidas for a week. That was super fun. It was kind of a highlight for me. I was like, oh, I'm here in Germany, in Herzogenaurach. I think that's how you pronounce it. But yeah, that was a highlight for me. So shout out to my friend Ben. I don't know if he's watching, but shout out to him for setting that up and getting me halfway across the world. That was an incredible time for me. All right, so there's kind of our main view. Now let's add a couple notes. Here's our bunk beds. We've got our canopy. I guess I technically did 3 sketches today. Solar panels. Because we did our kind of planning thumbnails, and then we did the main sketch, and now this one. Let's see. Water storage. I'm going to cheat on this text. Just watch. Water storage, and then put my lines in. The reason I put the lines in it makes your text feel a little bit tighter when you do, as opposed to just having it be free form. I'm glad you like it, Matt. I like that I don't have to script everything and do all of that hard work. So if you guys enjoy it, cool. I appreciate it. Keep watching, sharing, all that good stuff. We've got our kitchen stuff here. I'm trying to think of a good place to place the text. So let's do the bubble shower first, or pod shower. So we've got our pod shower, and what else do we want to label? Water storage. Well, I should do water storage and spigot. And let's see. I should probably... No, I don't want to do it. I'm just imagining what it would look like with a nice black base, but I don't want to do it. I'll just do it over here. Kitchenette. All right, and that's just a window. So whatever background I have, we'll kind of see, through this little port here, and then I'll just carry it across, and I'm just gonna do a couple lines through for that background. And I like using my fat black marker for these type of black backgrounds, so that's what I'm gonna use. Hello, Shingo Smart. We're about wrapped up though, so I'll be back tomorrow around the same time. I'm curious if you guys would be interested in something like a still life stream as well. One of my Instagram friends, Sam Does Design, did that. It's been a while since I've legit done still life as, with pencils and real stuff. So it'd be fun. So yeah, I like taking the Copic wide marker and just going kind of like this, using it on its side, and you get this kind of cool chisel knife edge look and feel to things. Just like so. Just to clean up my little over markering there, I'm going to use my white pen. I'm trying to remember who's Patrick. Do the Poscas have a push-in tip, or what is the tip like? I'm curious. There's a question here. What type of pen do I use? I'm using a paper made flare for the most part. And then I have just a bunch of different markers that I like to play with. So just trying to define this a little bit with the heavier black line. Make it pop. And hopefully you guys can use this. If you have tracing paper, use that trick, right? If you're trying to do like a cutaway or some other difficult part of your drawing, you know, plan it out. When in doubt, rough it out, plan it out, throw it underneath your real paper, and then do your final sketch. And you can come up with something kind of like that. All right, so there's our initial sketch, but it all started with our thumbnails, where we kind of dreamt up this vehicle, talked a little bit about form and function, context and details. Didn't quite get to details in this one, but here we are planning it out. Thumbnail sketch. Then we did kind of an overall schematic. Typically, this would be a set of sketches. I just went for it and did one. Pointed out that this thing is sitting on the wheels too much, so when I did my kind of schematic interior sketch, kind of raised it up off the wheels a little bit. So made those corrections, and I wanted to call that out so you guys can learn as well. Lori says the tips are pushing as well. Cool. I'll have to check that up. Alex says don't forget to sign. You are completely right. I will sign these. All right. Some of you have in the past. If you're interested in any of these sketches, just shoot me a DM message. We can chat. I know Matt picked one up, the trumpet sketch that I did a while back. Jordan has as well before. I think Luke, not Luca. Luke T has. So much appreciated. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Oh, that's a good idea. Take a photo of the sketch with the markers used. Sometimes it helps to see people, or helps for people to see what it took to create the sketch. That's a great idea. I'll try to include that with some more specifics the next time. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoy, and thanks for making it this far. You guys are seriously the best. The world is kind of crazy right now, but we can all create and come together. And I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, I want you to hit that subscribe button. That's the red button, and turn on alerts, tap the bell, and that's going to tell you when I go live and when I post. It'd be awesome if we can hang out and chat, so I want to see you there. You can also come say hi on the socials. I'm at sketchaday.com on Instagram, at Daily Sketches on the Twitter, and you can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/sketchaday, or just search for Sketchaday. It's real easy. All right, guys. Well, thank you, and I'll see you next time right here on Sketchaday.